Welcome back to another episode of Island God Talk Podcast, man. You already know who in the building, man. JU over here, sitting across from Kingmeechyyy on this beautiful Thursday evening, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm blessed. I can't complain. How about yourself?
Good, man. Blessed, man. Blessed, man. I got a lot of motivation today from an old Alex Becker video. It's like 3 years old. And it was like the best explanation of living like a monk. Because, we hear guys talking about monk mode. And usually when they say that, they're usually talking about staying away from girls. But he was explaining it as sacrificing those things in life that give you zero return. You know what I'm saying? Like all the degenerate stuff we always talk about, partying, drinking, smoking, but also just talking about if you really want to be successful, you're not going to see a real increase in whatever you want to do, whether it's YouTube, trading, anything you want to do if you aren't putting at least 90% of your energy into it. In the way he was explaining, he doesn't have the best relationship with his family. He doesn't have the most friends. He's not the most popular guy at the parties. And it's not like he don't want those things, but he already knows that I got to sacrifice that right now for at least right now.
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of people don't be getting that, bro. You can't really say you want something in life, but you're not willing to sacrifice for it. And when I mean sacrifice, I mean give it all, like damn near your life type beat. Like,
yeah, it doesn't have to be forever. Like, you can be seemingly a bad father for the first 5 years of your kids' life. Like, oh, you're not around, you're always working. But if you really put that effort into that thing, then you'll be able to step back and create more of a balance in your life later on. Like, even the video I sent you of LeBron, he was talking about, he had to sacrifice time with his family to be as successful as he is. He had to sacrifice not going to college parties to be as successful as he is now. And that just shows you know what I'm saying? If you really want that shit, you gotta make some sacrifices in your life no matter what.
That's a fact, bro. And I feel like your partner will accept that. Mm-hmm. Too many partners nowadays, I feel like they get caught up in what's now, especially like women. They get caught in the now, like, oh, let's have fun now. But you gotta think, if you have fun now, you're gonna be paying for it later.
Mm-hmm. The thing about it is, usually those, like, your relationship, like the same thing as your business, your relationship probably isn't going to work out the best or isn't going to be 100% perfect if you're not putting damn near 80 to 90% of your energy into that. And if you're not doing that, then you're making a huge risk when it comes to like long-term commitment as far as like marriage and signing a paper. If you're not all in, or y'all not on the same page with things, like, oh, she wants to be a fucking business owner of the salon, you don't want nothing to do with the salon, so now both of y'all aren't putting both y'all energy into the relationship. If she's helping you with your goals and your purpose, then you are 90% in the relationship, and you're also 90% in your business because she's a part of that.
That's a fact, bro. And people think relationships are easy. I'm the first one to tell you, I don't think relationships are supposed to be easy, though. Like, I feel like they're supposed to be hard. They're supposed to be actually working on it every day. And people are thinking, like, it's a lot to spend, like, hours on the phone. I don't think you need to do all that. But I'm just saying, you have to literally dedicate time out of every single day for your relationship.
Yeah, and that's even outside of romantic relationships. It's in this evolved society, and when you include capitalism into everything, it makes relationships that much harder. We were all still living in huts and stuff like that. It would be easy to relationships. We go hunt during the day, bring back food, we build some shit.
And fuck.
Yeah, and fuck, you know what I'm saying? And while they doing their womanly duties, but the West is not like that. Babylon is not like that. This society that we live in now is not like that. So you do have to make adjustments, and with those adjustments, it comes sacrifice. You're going to miss some things. You're going to miss some family events. You're going to miss somebody's birthday or this, that, or the third. But if it's all for the greater good, because you are the only person that can tell yourself what really matters. Because in the grand scheme of things, none of this shit matters. Know what I'm saying? So you tell yourself what you want to focus on, and you should narrow that down to a few things.
That is a fact, bro. Because we've said it on here before. Having your energy spread out in too many places, it's gonna drain you a lot quicker. It's gonna drain you a lot quicker.
Nothing is gonna be able to really boost up how you want it to boost. If you putting 10% over here, 20% over here, 25 here, another 20 here, into all these different things, it's like you got one watering pot and you trying to water 30 different flowers with it, instead of like, all right, this is only enough water to really help 3 or 4 flowers grow. So I'm gonna focus on these 3 or 4 flowers.
Exactly, bro. And that's the same thing. And I hate to say, some people just may not be ready for a relationship if that's really the case. Because I look at it like this: you only got 3 to 4 plants you can really water. But if you're trying to play Captain Save a Hoe, trying to fix this problem in your family, trying to fix this problem in your relationship, then still trying to run your business, that's a lot for anybody. So it's like, I look at it like this: if you still don't know what you want to do, take out being in a relationship.
Oh yeah, that's the easiest one, and that's the one that's literally the most risky when it comes to like the person you are thinking about spending your life with. If that situation's not right, if it's causing you a lot of stress, if you feel like you're not getting the return on your investment, because like I said in the beginning, you need to sacrifice a lot of those things that aren't giving you a return on the investment, and that's what's going to lead you to success the quickest.
Facts, bro. I totally agree. And if that's not giving you a good return, you got to cut that shit out. And I don't care. It really doesn't matter. It don't matter how much you like this girl, how much you like this guy, bro. Because I feel like that's how you know you really pushing P. Like, yeah, I like it. Everybody said it. Tay has said it. Like, yeah, I like you, but I would still cut you off. Like, because you got to think, I've been on this world without you. I can live without you.
Yeah, you've been on this world without you. At the end of the day, everything is going to be, for the most part, conditional. You're going to find very few women that will love you unconditionally and will stay with you, even if you decide that I want to be a hermit. I want to live in this cave and we can just, go find food and shit like that every day. Like, not saying every girl, like, once those conditions change, it takes a certain type of woman to really like, shit, I'm gonna just follow his lead. Even if I think this shit kind of crazy, let me see where it leads us.
Exactly, but that's the woman we want. That's literally gonna be the woman we want. We don't want no woman that's like, oh, like if you get down on your luck, she's gonna leave you, or like only with you for like the things you got. I be looking at it like this. And that's why with the vetting process, you got to be very meticulous how you do it. Me personally, I understand you have to spend money as a guy. Like, I understand. But for me to actually start spending money, I have to be thinking, I'm going to see this on the back end some kind of way. Like, I'm already thinking there has to be a return on this shit. It's just like any fucking business. It's a business. You don't want to keep pouring into a business with no return. It's different if you can see, okay, this return is going to come in 4 to 5 years. That's cool. But if you don't see no return coming at all, you need to cut that shit.
Yeah, because to be honest, I think it should be almost instant both ways, as far as like man and woman really benefiting each other. And I feel like it should damn near be instant. Like, once y'all start to meet, once you start to get to know each other, once y'all start talking, you're going to find certain things like, oh damn, she do this, oh she know how to do this, oh I know how to do these things, I know she she be in the gym sometimes and shit, but I can show her better ways to work out and do this, and oh shit, her ass hella organized, and my fucking filing cabinet don't even look like a filing cabinet, that shit look like a goddamn trash can. Like, let her run through that motherfucker right quick and put her organizational touch on it. And that's when y'all really are deciding that y'all want to lock in with each other. And the only other stage, what we call the talking stage, that should literally be more so like, all right, I'm vetting to see if this is even a good situation for me to let her in on what I got going on.
Facts, bro, because we've said it on here, bro. A woman can burn all this shit down, bro. Especially like she really locked in your business. She know the ins and outs of your kingdom. Ooh, that's a dangerous game. Because you got to think, you're giving up power to a certain extent. You got to think, you can control everybody around you to a certain degree, but not for real. Like, you can come around me, stab me today or tomorrow, like, and it's nothing shit. I couldn't do shit about it. But you got to think, you only have that kind of access to me because I allow you in.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. But I feel like your woman, that's your most closest confidant.
That's the person that can get the closest to you at any time, and also the person it would be easy for her to stab you. You know what I'm saying? It'd be so easy. You sleep around her. You know what I'm saying? You allow them that access. So like you got to look at that shit like a very, very big privilege. You know what I'm saying? And then she needs to also understand, especially a young guy still grinding, if you allow her that type of access, she need to be benefiting you instantly, because if not, it's just taken away from what you could be doing on your own.
I'm telling you, bro. And I like the fact that you said a privilege, because it really is a privilege. It really is a privilege. Because I say this all the time. You treat people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. So, like, if you not taking yourself seriously, you can't expect her to take you seriously. It's because it be the little things. It be the little things, Shay. I be trying to tell them. They don't be wanting to listen, bro.
No, they don't, man. They don't.
But yeah, so make sure you're really focusing on the little things, especially when vetting a woman, bro. Because I feel like quickest way to end some shit, a woman. Because you got to think, you're going to already start to see the little stuff. Like, is your life getting better or are you getting worse? Like, are you grinding harder or are you letting her come in your life and start changing stuff?
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. You got to take all that into consideration. And if you don't have a woman in your life, you know what I'm saying, it's probably still some other things you can still sacrifice as a man, just knowing like, all right, your friends, y'all might, especially if you in that 17 to 22 range, and you got a group of friends, y'all probably are in some sort of routine of, okay, this is when we smoke, okay, this is when we go out, okay, this is when we try to go find groups of bitches and shit like that. Y'all have a routine for all those three things. And those are the things you're going to have to sacrifice, even though they're going to want you to come. Some of them might not be willing to make those sacrifices in their life. And, when you get on self-improvement, you want all your homies to start getting on the same shit as you, but it's just not like that. You just got to be the example. And if they choose to start making certain sacrifices because they see your life getting better and shit, then they will.
That's a fact, bro. And I look at it like this. The difference between like your homies and your woman is so different. We can be homies and we don't gotta be on the same thing. We don't gotta be on the same box. Like, granted we are, but like it'd be different if like you in the dropship and I'm doing YouTube. That's cool. We still both making money. We're mutual benefits. So even if you was going out partying every weekend, that's not hurting me. Like, I'm still in the crib grinding. But if it's your girl doing that, that's hurting you, because now y'all not on the same page.
Yeah. All high value, man. It doesn't matter what industry the guy's in. Y'all gonna be able to relate on a few different things, whether it's fitness or just talking about money and where to put your money and how to spend your money. You know what I'm saying? Those are gonna be the conversations when you are in like rooms with high value men and stuff like that. They're gonna be like, those are gonna be the easiest things to relate to. You might do water polo. And I might be a fucking soccer star, but we still can talk about our managers, and we can talk about money, and we can talk about flying to this country to play in this shit, and how you got to do different training techniques and stuff like that.
Facts. It's going to be easier. And y'all don't have to have everything in common. But with your woman, bro, I feel like it literally has to be y'all are sacrificing some similar things. Maybe not the exact same thing because y'all have different roles in the business. But definitely similar things. And one of those things is, I think, attention from other niggas, bro. That's a big one for me. Like, any woman that still wants attention from other dudes, you got to get her gone, bro.
Yeah. She don't see your value for what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I guarantee if she had a nigga like Drake, a nigga like I don't know who, whatever.
Future.
Yeah, like whatever guys is seen as like high value or that girl's really looking at and shit like that, Chris Brown or whatever. She was with that guy, she would not be thinking about no other guy. You know what I'm saying? It's because she holds him on such a high pedestal.
Exactly, bro.
And she see you as like, oh, average guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how she sees you. Yeah. That's exactly how she sees you. And for her to see you as the average guy is insane. And I'm talking about to anybody that can do 50 push-ups or more, bro. If she sees you as an average guy, that's insane, because you're not an average guy. And I feel like I was saying, teach people how to treat you. It all goes back to, I'll tell anybody this, like, before I get in a romantic relationship, hey, you can't treat me regular, bro, because I'm not regular. I'm just not. So if I see you treating me like a regular person, like you did your ex, nah, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might as well go back to that, nigga, because I'm not going. And I feel like you have to have that same discernment, like, to really, like, know, like, I'm not going.
Any Western woman is going to be, she's going to have to probably make extreme changes to come into your life if you are a guy like us or a guy that's into the same type of stuff we into. She's going to have to make major changes more than likely if she's a westernized woman.
That's a fact. Extreme changes, bro. And if she's not willing to make those changes, it's okay. Cut that girl off, bro. There is millions of women out here, my boy. And I'm telling you, there's no way you should be just stuck on one of them. Simple as that. And it is going to be some extreme changes. But I feel like if she really likes you and she really sees the potential in what this could be, she's going to make an effort to make those changes. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I feel like it shouldn't be too much correcting. I look at it as like, if we're trying to be in a relationship, you got to be ready to roll. Like, you got to be ready to roll. Like, your heart needs to be healed. I don't need you still thinking about an ex, anything like that. You got to be get up and ready to go. Mm-hmm. Just like coach throw you in the game, like, you haven't played all season. Coach put you in the game. What you gonna do?
Yeah, you gonna. I mean, at that point, you gonna have to be ready. You gonna, know what I'm saying? It's two different types of players. You got the guy that gets in and score a touchdown, and you got the guy that gets in and starts fucking up because he ain't been playing the
fumble that bitch.
And the thing is, that just comes with being mentally prepared. Like, yeah, you have to. If you are a person with traumas and all that stuff, that's why we tell you get women with least amount of trauma, least amount of experience for a reason, because the more trauma, the more baggage she has, that's the more things you got to worry about pulling away from what y'all supposed to be focused on. You know what I'm saying? If she get upset every time she see, I don't know, maybe her ex is famous and she see her ex on TV and she just start getting upset out of nowhere because of that, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be a problem. Like, you ain't going to like that shit. And it's probably taken away from whatever else y'all got going on. That's a reason why, shit, I live life for only text and call notifications, because I don't want to see nothing that can just take me out my position, out my place that I'm in, take me off my path. Because shit, I mean, I can see a comment that make me mad, and I'll be thinking about that shit for 5 minutes, and that's goddamn 4 minutes and 58 seconds too long, for real, because I shouldn't have thought about it more than 2 seconds, but. And usually that 5 minutes turn to 15. Now I'm texting other people about the comment and all type of shit. Where I can literally be like working on what I need to work on. That's why I kind of like, you know what? I'm going to have my time where I'm prepared to see that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I already know, like, okay, this is comment time. So I can look at it. I can laugh, judge them all the same. Good or bad, it's all good energy for me. It's all gonna help me grow.
Definitely, bro. And just speaking on that is so funny, because some of the comments are insane. Like, some of y'all are funny. Like, when I say something, I'd be cracking up. So, hey, keep commenting, leave a message. We enjoy all the love and all the support, bro. Cannot lie.
Facts.
Bro, but I feel like that's why it's so important in that single phase. People look at there, because I look at it like this. When you're single, it is how you're going to be in a relationship, too. I don't believe there's a big flip that just goes off. I don't believe, like, men nor women can go, oh, we just fucking hoes, and all of a sudden you're in a relationship, you're not going to fuck hoes no more. That's insane. That's insane to think. And also to, like, make promises like that. So I look at it as like this: use your single phase as a time to really better yourself. So when it's time to get in the game, when it's back time to get in the market, get back in the game, you're ready. You've been training all summer, preparing, lifting weights, getting stronger, studying the playbook. Now time coach throw you in the game, fourth quarter, you're gonna score that touchdown. You're gonna be ready to go. Instead of the person bumbling like, oh, I got this girl over here, I haven't been studying the playbook, I don't know what I'm doing. You can't expect to win like that. And I feel like that's not a good partner to pick. Like, if they have been literally in that single life, like going to the club, doing all this single shit, and then to think everything's gonna change when you get in a relationship, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be some things. I mean, even most things in our ideal society, you were raised with two parents and they stayed together and they had a good, healthy relationship. So you saw how to be a man. Your dad taught you how to be a man, but he also taught you how to be a husband. And as the woman, like, yeah, you said, you don't want the girl that's going to the clubs and messing around with a bunch of different people. You want the woman that she's already learning how to be a wife, or she's seen that in her household. She knows, hey, I want to be a wife. She's seen that, okay, my mom didn't really go out and all that stuff. She don't really got a bunch of freaknik stories and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to be like that because I like what her and my father have, you know what I'm saying? Rather than looking at, like most girls, especially in the West, they look at their friends and they idolize social media, TikTok. That's where they get their whole personality and how to act from. You know what I'm saying? It's a rarity that you find a girl that's not doing what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Usually nowadays, especially unless you grew up in a community that was just full of people fully self-aware and they really on their shit, usually if you're a part of the group think, you're doing shit wrong.
Hey, preach, preach, my brother. And this is so funny, and I'm gonna tell y'all just cause like I try to be open and honest with these conversations. I called a girl a rude name the other day. I did. I think I called her a goddamn. I said you and your chicken head ass friends be doing something. It was something. But she got called a bird brain or a bird. It was something like of the sort. So I didn't cuss at her. But yeah. But that's exactly how our friends, because your friends stupid as shit. Like the stuff they be concocting in their mind is like, who taught you this? And I'll be like, but look what her friend does. And I'm sorry, birds of a feather do flock together to a certain extent.
Yeah, it takes one, like, yeah, you could probably see it more with guys. Like, yeah, if it's 4 guys that get bitches and 1 that don't, I can only believe that because a lot of niggas don't get bitches. So if he's out of shape or he just can't really get girls, he's scared to talk to girls, and that's gonna be true because guys are usually more so individuals. Not saying we just come together in groups because it's strength in numbers, but guys are usually better at being individuals. A girl, you gonna rarely find a girl who's not doing the things that her friends doing. Even if she's not, I don't like the fact that you condone or you think it's cool to be friends with certain people that are doing these things. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a big one. Because if you're around it, you're accepting it, you condone it. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no, just like we said, there's no way I'm seeing you hitting your woman every day and I'm saying, oh, that don't got shit to do with me. That does have something to do with me because I'm your friend. Like, yeah, so yeah.
They say what? Silence is what it is. Like, if you not speaking on it, then that means you okay with it. Yeah. Silence is acceptance. Know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they say, and that rings true in some sense because you got to think like, yeah, if I am hitting woman, it's like, okay, you don't do it, but you obviously okay with me doing it for whatever reason, whether you might be scared I might start hitting on you next, or you just don't think it's that big of a deal, or you think it's funny, or whatever the fuck reason why. But shit, it could be a million different reasons, but it still comes down to like, alright, you got that energy on you regardless because you around me. And when you get into it with your woman, you might think about hitting her just because. It's like, well, it seems to work for Jay.
No God, Jay girl in line. Like, let me hit my girl, see what happens. That's some real stuff. That's probably what niggas feel about Diddy. They be scared of, but they was like, damn, I see what he doing to YK outside. So let me just not say nothing before you try to take my butt cheeks.
Well, and a lot of times when it comes to circles like that, you got to think, all right, I might not be that cool with Diddy, but my homies over here is that cool with Diddy, and my homies been hanging with Diddy. So now if I start speaking on Diddy, they're going to start looking at my homies because they're like, damn, your homies be at the Diddy parties and shit like that. So it's just a lot of people that feel like, okay, I don't want to say nothing, I don't want to speak against something because it could come back to bite me or somebody that I do fuck with. And my thing is like, I don't know, I feel like it's probably stories in the Bible about people that had to, like, yeah, I mean, I was cool with you, but I can't be cool with you because of what you doing. Even though you know what I'm saying, you ain't never did nothing to me personally, I can't be associated with what you got going on. It's probably some story like that in the Bible.
Gotta be. You gotta be. But that's okay. And I feel like that is reasonably okay. Because it's the same thing, bro. If let's say one of my friends is cool with somebody I don't really hang with, or I don't really, bro, I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, I don't hang with this person. Don't bring them around me. Like, simple as that. Like, you wanna go dudes go to your Diddy party, go to your Diddy party. But me, you better not bring Diddy around me. You better not bring him to my premises type shit, because now you being weird. Like, now I feel like, I don't fuck with this person. Now there's going to be a conflict when you bring him around, because I'm going to be like, what the fuck? You hear me?
And that's why I like to look at things like, I don't have a problem with anybody, but I do have certain people I don't fuck with. And it's like, all right, if you entertain or you cool with people that I don't fuck with, that just lets me know, all right, I gotta keep you at arm's length a little bit, because if I let you in on everything that I got going on, and then you running back talking to them, and they bring me up, and you start giving them information about shit I got going on, then shit is just weird. So it's like, we can't be as cool as we can be if we got the same enemies. Know what I'm saying? If we ain't got the same enemies, then shit kind of fucked up. Because that's how I always looked at shit. And let's like, I had one friend that just he made too much enemies. He was doing a bunch of dumb stuff. So he was kind of the one that's like, all right, I can't be cool. Like, I can't be enemies with everybody just because you are. Know what I'm saying? I'd rather cut you off when it gets to a certain point than just cut everybody else off.
That makes sense, bro. Because nigga beefing with the whole city, what the fuck? Like,
what is really going on? Like, a nigga like that, you don't really even want around you. You don't want that type of energy around you in the first place. They just got a problem with everybody. Because at the end of the day, what we tell women, okay, all your fucking past relationships all failed and you blaming the guy. How about you look at the common denominator? It's your ass and your stink ass attitude.
No cap. It is. It is. And I feel like you gotta really look at yourself, bro, because, oh my goodness gracious, bro. And that's when it comes down to really take responsibility. I feel like how you got a good woman, bro, she's going to take responsibility for things she does, bro. Simple as that. Even if she doesn't necessarily understand everything she did wrong, but still be able to, okay, I made this person feel some type of way, I apologize for that. I feel like that's such a big thing that a lot of women don't got. Like, every not good woman I've ever met could not take responsibility at all. And
you know where that stems from? It stems from their relationship with their father. A lot of women, they don't know how to be wrong because they never had a man in the position to be the head of their life as their father. So if their father not the head of their life, how can they allow another man to be the head of their life, where they don't feel like, oh, he's looking down on me because I'm wrong, or I just can't accept the fact that I'm wrong because of whatever reasons. I'm going to switch things and twist and turn in any way to make me feel like I was right, instead of understanding, well, this is the head of my life. He's supposed to correct me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a thing that is supposed to happen. If I'm wrong as a woman, it's okay for me to be wrong as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Usually, more often than not, I might be, if I'm disagreeing with him, I'm probably wrong. You know what I'm saying?
On some real shit. Because I was looking at it the same way. Just like we come before God, what do? We humble ourselves. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it should be the same way. Like, before your woman comes to you, she should humble herself, like, on some real shit. Because you got to think, the order this thing goes, God, then man, then woman, children, like, simple as that. So, like, just like your kids, before they speak to their mom, they need to humble themselves. Like, bro, look who you're really talking to.
Yeah, and I'm talking to the one that gave you life. You know, give her respect, give her grace. If she wild on a little too much, all right, yeah, I'm saying, and then she not being a mom. But as long as she hold that title in your life, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, you show her respect. And if she say, go ask your dad, then you go ask your dad, you know what I'm saying? But usually, if it's if it's a minor issue or something that she can handle, you go to your mom first, because your dad trying to save the world over here. He focused on a million different things, you know what I'm saying? Like why, it's like, all right, even in a job, if you have, I was in an assistant manager role, so I had a manager over me, and they had a boss. Uh-huh. If their boss had a problem with something I did, even though he seen me do it, he would not come talk to me. He would go through the chain of command and go talk to my boss, and then my boss would come talk to me. And I used to get mad at that shit, like, why he ain't just say it to me? But I understand it, because it's a way things work. It's a hierarchy to the shit, and you want to keep that intact. So he don't want to just come to me every time he see me doing something wrong. He like, no, go talk to my boss so my boss can get on me, because to him, like to him, he's like, one, that's not his job. I'm not his employee. I'm his employee's employee. So it's like I shouldn't even be doing that. I gotta respect the hierarchy.
I'm telling you, and that's really what it is. And it's not even on no disrespectful stuff like, oh, you can't go talk to me. If you probably had a problem, you could probably talk to the big boss. Yeah. But it's just the fact that like that's not how this thing works.
But you gotta think, if I go talk to the big boss and go over their head, especially if my manager told me no, then you know that promotes drama in the facility. Now my manager mad at me because I done got them in trouble because I done went over their head, and they're like, why you ain't feel like you could have just came to them about that problem and shit like that? Why y'all couldn't handle it? Because if he got to get on my manager for something that I told him, then shit, you know what I'm saying? Now everything toxic.
I'm telling you, everything toxic. Is now the big boss talking to your boss, you talking to the big boss. It's out of order.
That's why it's a big thing when they say, oh, I'm going to go above their head at the job, now I'm saying, and you go above your boss' head, then you getting your boss in trouble because you making them look bad.
Literally. Now your boss, would that be wrong to fire you, come down on you?
Yeah, like if the mom is watching the kids at home and the kid called me about an issue, like at home, and the mom is taking care of, that's her domain right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm away doing some whole other shit, and the kid called me, then I'm gonna think the mom not doing her job right?
I'm telling you, she can't, she's doing something wrong.
Something gotta be wrong.
Because why is this kid calling me right now? I feel like it's the same thing. It was like this little video, like the school called the dad for like his daughter bus number. He's like, why would you call me? You see my wife's name is on there. Like, that doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. And that's some real stuff. And that's really some real stuff. Because I look at it like this. Hierarchy. Anybody knows, like, in a relationship, not saying the dad's not going to, like, be there. But, like, when it comes down to little facts about the kid, the mom is probably going to know. I feel like she should know more than the dad.
Yeah, that's just how it is how you would want it to be, where... You know what I'm saying? You handling most of the business. Your wife might be in some of the business. But while the kids are young kids, the main part of the business that she's going to be taking care of is the kids. You know what I'm saying? While they're still young. And when they start going off to school and all this thing, it's still a little bit different, but the hierarchy is still in place. You would rather the school call the mom about some shit because the dad probably somewhere he can't even get to the school if it was an emergency.
He honestly can. And for you to just, and granted, I know that's people will be like, oh, that's your kid, you should be there for your kid. Bro, there's ways to be there for your kid, bro.
You're not saying if your kid come to you and be like, yeah, can you watch me while I ride my bike up and down the street? You're not going to do it. Now I'm saying if you got time and all that shit, yeah, you're going to do it, but it's still not your main job at the end of the day. Now I'm saying you are, especially if you the main breadwinner.
I'm telling you, bro, because there's different roles in this shit, and I feel like people be trying to switch roles, and that's not cool. You're the point guard for a reason. Play point guard. We don't move point guards to the center. There's a reason we don't do that. Mm-hmm. It's not smart. Not saying we couldn't do it, but it's just not the most optimal if we're really trying to win this game. And that's all this shit is a big game. So if you and your wife, if y'all are switching roles, doing some dumbass shit, how can you expect to win? And then when people start talking about, oh, divorce is 50%, I wonder why. How many people are really playing their right role in these failed relationships? I doubt as many.
It's not, because for one, women mostly initiate divorce, you know what I'm saying, way more often than men. And it's because they know they're going to benefit from that divorce. And to me, like, any woman that is, like I always say, if it's not beating you, verbally abusing you, or a bum, and you are asking for a divorce, then you are an unruly woman, and no other man should even attempt to marry you, you know what I'm saying? If he's checking all those, like, if you, know what I'm saying, divorcing over infidelity to me is very, 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 very crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see if he's having other kids and creating new families or bringing back STDs and stuff like that. That's one thing. But if he slips up, make a mistake and all that shit, and you don't understand that y'all all human, or you was just using that to look for a reason to divorce the nigga, know what I'm saying, then I feel like that's shiesty behavior.
Very shiesty behavior, because you got to think, your woman is going to make mistakes, bro. I hate when people say this, but there's a rumor. It's not a rumor. People be saying, oh, I don't be giving people enough chances. bro, I give you as many chances as you really need, but at a certain point, the chances gotta run out. Like, when do you decide the chances run out for a person?
To me, it's I don't know, like a lot of certain behaviors, they just will turn me off and make me not like you. Like I still love you, you know what I'm saying, but I just won't like you. And I remember one of my exes, she did not leave me alone until I explained it to her like that. I'm like, I love you, I just don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like she was one of those that kept trying to get back with me, kept trying to talk to me and all this stuff. And I had to tell her one day, I don't like you anymore. And then she left me alone after that. She left me alone after that. And it's because it hit different, and some of those, like I said, some of those behaviors is just complete turn offs for me. So that would be the, like, once they exhibit behaviors that I don't like and don't see, like if it's something small and it's changed behavior, that's fine. But if it's something that's like deal breaker, like oh she in the club twerking and shit like that, yeah, that's gonna turn me off. I'm like, damn. In my head, first thing that comes in my head is, well, I know there's girls out there that wouldn't be doing that. So
That's a fact.
why do I have to accept this?
You don't.
Exactly.
I don't think you should. Me
Exactly.
personally, I don't think you should. And yeah, if your girlfriend's working, I don't like, especially like, bro, and that be the girl like she'd be like, oh, even what if it's just on my friend, like, bitch.
For one, you shouldn't even be in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should. Why do you want to go in the club? Like, even as a single woman, you shouldn't be in the club. It's nothing but degenerate activities and dudes that's just looking for sex. No, it's only very few niggas, and most of them are usually stupid and low IQ motherfuckers that go into the club and looking for a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? If it happened, it might happen to happen, but that's not my ideal. I know when I go to the club, I'm probably drunk. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, in a relationship, I'm just cool and trying to have fun. But if I'm single and I'm going to the club, I'm probably trying to fuck.
Hey, and you got to think, we're speaking as men right here, bro. And as a single man, I can tell you, if I'm in the club drinking, I'm looking for something, like something. If something comes my way, I'm gonna, you know what I mean?
You might feel like you love the bitch because you're drunk, but that's just the lust, like, taking over.
No cap. And see, and that'd be my thing. So I feel like any girls that's really doing that, going to the club, bro, there's a girl that's not doing that out there.
Hell yeah, and don't settle for those ones. And the way you get the girl that's not going there is you don't go there.
That's
You don't go there, you will probably be spending your time in other places, and that's gonna lead you to find other women.
I'm telling you, that's a good one. That's a good one. You don't go there, you just
Attract other women.
attract other women. You don't go there, you just working on yourself, doing what you need to know, doing what you got to do. Just like we was talking about, sacrifice, bro. And I feel like that's something so little but so hard for a lot of women to sacrifice. And I do not get it. I look at it like this. If you got a choice to go to the club or go on this vacation with your husband, what are you going to choose? A lot of bitches are going to choose that club. I cannot lie, and I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the 95% of women, yeah, they probably will, especially if, oh, I ain't seen my girls in so long, and da-da-da-da, or something like that, then yeah, they might choose that route. And as men, like I said, those are the women we just don't want to be with. Those are the ones we just don't want to fuck with at that point. If your girl's making those type of decisions, like, the vacation will be you'll have way more fun, way more memories, rather than the club's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna dance, you're gonna twerk, you're gonna listen to Sexy Red and go home, or you might go to some other nigga house.
When it comes down to women, it's going to be a bit of manipulation, especially when it comes to ones that's going to this club scene. And you can't let it, you just can't go. When I say you got to stand on business so freaking hard, bro, you got to stand on business, knowing like your boundaries are your boundaries. And once they're set, they're set. So many people move boundaries. They start moving stuff in their program for women, and you can't do that. You can't do that at all. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it is okay to compromise. Compromising and moving boundaries are two different things, though.
Yeah, you gotta compromise on your terms. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be, you're never gonna live the same life. You're never gonna be doing the same thing. You're gonna go through different seasons. You're gonna go through different time periods. Your daily structure is gonna be a little bit different when you have kids or when you decide to have a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But your core self, and also, I think the best way to stay at your core is just to okay, I'm making these adjustments, but I still am on my path. I'm still on my purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's still the major thing. Any adjustments I'm making, it's not really affecting my purpose too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do too many things that's slowing my purpose up. And a lot of dudes, that's why I say, you know what I'm saying, you don't really want to have kids out of wedlock. You don't want to have kids too early. It's because it's one of those things that will, you know what I'm saying, especially like guys, we got big hearts. We definitely love hard. So you have a child, you're going to start putting them over your purpose, especially if you haven't already been on that path.
That I totally agree, bro. I totally agree. But do we got to go back to the hierarchy, bro, of this shit? That's not your job, bro. It shouldn't be your job.
Yeah, caretaking and nurturing is, you know what I'm saying, it's a woman's job. You know what I'm saying? Our protecting and providing, that's our job. Anytime we move into a caretaker, nurturer type role, we are stepping out of our masculinity and moving more to our femininity when we do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I explain it to my girl, because like shit right now, shit past week or two, I've been kind of stepping out of my masculinity at certain times because she got an injury, you know what I'm saying? So, and I've been kind of helping her through that. So that makes me have to go into that role at some point during the day, during some points and stuff like that.
I mean, that's some real ass shit, though. That's some real ass shit. And this is just saying this. You got to think, but you're still able to get into that role.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're still able to do that. So it's really, you can do both. But at the same time, you know that's not most
optimal. Now I'm saying you don't want to be doing that long term. You don't want to be spending years and years. Oh shit, we done had a baby every year. Now I'm changing it just as many diapers. I'm feeding the baby just as much. I gotta do all these different things, but at the same time, we can't not be fully in our masculinity and really providing and protecting to our max ability, and still ask our woman to take on all the feminine roles. Because if you're not being in the full masculinity, then that means she gotta step into her masculinity at some points during the day. So that's why nowadays in capitalism in the West, we have all these fluid ass relationships where guys on the daily, their woman ain't even hurt, but they still going into their fucking feminine energy for whatever fucking reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because their woman want them to.
I was about to say that's the one. It's just because your woman wants you to. And I ain't gonna lie, I got a bad habit, bro. We could be having a serious conversation. One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna laugh every single trip. I'm probably gonna laugh in your face. And then I don't mean it as disrespect, but it's just like, there's no way we having this conversation, especially with a woman. We're having this conversation right now. We shouldn't even be having this conversation right now. There's no reason. Because that's the only thing I think, like, going back and forth with a woman is crazy. If she's not understanding what I'm trying to say and she's not trying to understand it, what are we talking about? You feel me?
Facts, man. And that's why, that's the reason why I am still in a relationship. Will be, 4 months? Well, will be 4 years and almost 2 months now, know what I'm saying? In which the time been flying. I ain't gonna lie. Time been flying. But it's because she understands, she listens. Even if she don't understand what I'm saying, she still goes along with what I'm saying until she understands it. Because she know what I'm saying? I'm not coming out of, anytime I say, even if I'm being a little harsh or mean, or what could be seen as mean, I'm not coming from a malicious place. I'm coming from I understand the purpose. I understand the task. I understand the mission. I gotta go. These things I gotta do whether I want to do them or not. Motherfuckers don't think when I'm on trips I don't miss home. I don't want to, know what I'm saying, lay in my own bed and all these different things. But I'm like, no, I have to go do these things. Know what I'm saying, it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Motherfucker, like, I want to be sleeping 9 o'clock in the bed, but if I'm not saying I'm missing out on money if I'm not staying up till at least 12 goddamn every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just. Like, though, and that goes back to the beginning with the sacrifices, and the person who you with got to understand those sacrifices.
Exactly, bro. And they got to be willing to make some of those same sacrifices, bro. And that's how you know you got a good person, bro.
Yeah. And that's how you know you got a good woman, too. When she starts to operate the same way, it's not what I want to do. It's what I have to do. Like, I was telling my girl, like, she learned how to cook over time versus, like, her mom actually teaching her. And I was just like, so I was telling her, like, that's kind of weird to me because I grew up not the fact of even like I don't really even think it really crossed my mom's head too many times. Like, do I wanna cook today, or do I feel like cooking? She just always did it because she had to. A lot of the things she did. The reason why if I go fucking flat broke today, she still got space for me is because she will do what she feels like she has to. Right now, you know what I'm saying? My sister just had a baby. My mom is still going to work and she's still watching the kid, barely getting 4-5 hours of sleep a day. But I told her, like, ideally, you could just watch the grandbabies and stuff like that and didn't have to go to a job. She said, yeah, but I do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of energy you want out of a woman.
That's a fact, bro. And I look at it as like that's an older generation too, bro.
Yeah.
I will say, don't get me wrong, I understand like our moms probably wasn't the best in the world, but at the same time, compared to the woman nowadays, oh my goodness. I feel like my mom's the best thing out here.
They only understand what I feel and what I feel like doing rather than, this is my duty. This is not saying like, how the fuck I got 3 kids, like they gonna eat today, know what I'm saying? Like, oh not. They ain't cooking shit for their damn selves, know what I'm saying? When I was young, I did like get into cooking when I was young, probably like 7, 8. But my dad told me cooking was gay, so I had to stop cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, which just was his old school mindset, know what I'm saying? But that shit made me not cook until I was like goddamn 19, 20 years old.
That's tough. That's really tough. And
what he meant was, okay, this is the more feminine activity, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna clip that.
And then at least, and it's like, it's not like, you know what I'm saying, I was making breakfast and I was just making my own steaks and shit like that. So I didn't think this shit was gay, but I did start getting into recipes, and that's when he probably started looking like, all right, now come outside and watch me fix the car. You know
I'm telling you. I love that though, because that's a great example. That's some real stuff. Not saying cooking, and we all know cooking isn't gay. But at the same time, there's other stuff you need to know how to do. I feel like
that's how the older generation, when it was feminine activities, that's what they said. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's gay.
Because in reality, instead of cooking, like, what would you rather do? Would you rather your man know how to cook or change the tire?
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just cooking because I was hungry. We used to be, after we stopped having babysitters, we was home and home. So I'm like, hey, if I'm going to fucking eat, I'm going to go ahead and cook this shit myself.
That's some real shit. And there's nothing wrong. And as a man, you definitely should know how to cook. But at the same time, you need to know how to change this motherfucking tire, bro.
Hell yeah, because I seen him fix and do everything. Like I always say, we never had no handyman come. We never had a plumber come. He was always doing all those jobs and working his regular job. And, you know what I'm saying, he cooked breakfast too sometimes, but I ain't never seen him cook nothing else.
Nothing else.
Maybe like after we went fishing. Matter of fact, no. Me and him and my brother would scale and clean the fish and shit, and then my mom would do the rest.
That's how it's supposed to be though, on some real shit. Ooh, I like that. That's the real stuff right there. Bro, but let's backtrack a little bit, bro. Because I really look at it as like, bro, think about it. Granted, some men do that like, oh, I'm only going to do what I feel like doing today, babe. But as a real man, like a masculine man, 90% of the stuff you do on a daily basis, you do not want to do that stuff, bro. And that be the thing, it's like women don't get that. You think I want to get up and go run, like go train, go make this money, like being up at absurd hours? No.
I be having to psychologically trick myself, like, goddamn, with the cold showers and shit like that. It's like that sensation that almost it feels like pain, or you know,
you start getting frostbite.
Like no, now we start getting, like when you first get in and you get that like shock and stuff like that. I had to look at that shit like a drug. Like, oh, I want that shit. You know what I'm saying? For me to get in there on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to get up at 5, 6 a.m. and get in the cold shower, then meditate for 15, 20 minutes, then journal? Do I wake up like, oh, yay, you know what I'm saying? I trick my mind to be excited about those things, but originally, nah, I didn't want to do that. Then after that, oh, I got to do yoga. Then after that, oh, I got to do push-ups. And then I look at it, oh, I get to do these things, you know what I'm saying? I get to have this good morning routine to set my, so I, you know what I'm saying? You get good sleep, you have a good morning, you have a good day, and then you have a good day, you have a good week, you know what I'm saying? You have a good week, you have a good month, and that translates to good years, and everything compounds at that time.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. But you gotta think, it's the principle of you don't want to do the shit. So I feel like it has to be the same thing with your woman. There's gonna be times in life where we're just gonna have to do shit we don't want to do. That's just a fact. And I feel like a lot of women cannot do shit they really don't want to do. That's just what it is. I'm talking shit you
they
really
capable.
don't want to do.
They can do it.
Oh,
It's about do they. Like you hear it today with a lot of little boys like going out to the field. My bro's coaching and stuff like that. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. Motherfucker, lineman start getting mad at the running back because the running back telling him like, yo, you gotta block that guy. He's like, oh, you get up here and block that guy. The running back like, that's your job. Know what I'm saying? My job is to run the ball. Your job is to fucking block. Know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you up here crying and saying you can't do it? The little niggas throwing their helmets and some more shit. It's like, did you come here to play football or did you come because you really a lineman, but you see fucking Travis Kelce and all these guys, and I want to be like that. I want to be a tight end. I want to if we growing up, you always had one or two players that get mad when they can't play a certain position, but now it's damn near all the kids like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I don't want to play no more. I don't want to do that. One of the kids so scared to get in the fucking drills, like the hidden drills and all that stuff. And his mom came and complained like, why my son been sitting on the sideline for 30 minutes doing practice? And he's like, they only got like 15, 16 players, so everybody going to play. Your son just hiding. Every time they're like, okay, who want to, start this drill off, he's in the back. Every time we're like, oh, who didn't go in the drill, he's the only one. All the kids like, oh, he ain't go yet. Imagine, dude got all the sweetest gear, but no fucking skill at all, and he's scared to even attempt to get some skill. Like, you need reps, man. You need experience, but you scared to get reps because you scared to get hit. Your mom to spend all this goddamn money, so you gonna play.
Yeah. That's how it be, though. And that's how it be. And I feel like it be the parents, too, like, when it really comes down to that shit. Because at the same time, you gotta, just like you don't want to do certain things, you have to make your kids do things they don't want to do. And I feel like that's what really be messing kids up. Like, their parents be babying them too
much.
And
I know he don't got no father, because what his mom do? She went against the hierarchy. She didn't come complain to the coaches. She went to the president of the organization and complained about the shit before even going to the coaches. So the president comes to the coaches like, yeah, his mom complaining about him not getting reps. Like, the niggas don't want to get reps, and when he do, he run like he's scared to take the next step. Literally, like he be fucking prancing on the field when he got the ball in his hand, and he gets stuck by somebody, and now he hide in the back of the drills for the rest of practice. I tell you, bro, Nike down, Nike jersey, sleeves on his arms and his legs, brand new cleats. He still ain't get a speck of mud on him yet. And he got the visor where you can't see his shit, the shit with the color on it and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, you, like, I was telling my bro, I was like, see, these kids today, they take that, you look good, you feel good, you play good. They took that wrong. Like, looking good got more to do than your football swag. Looking good is how you actually look while you playing. Do you got swag when you run, like, know what I'm saying? Do you look good doing the drills, know what I'm saying? Is your stance right and all these different things? Bro got none of that. He just, can't wait to put my Nike sleeves on every day and come out here. My mom making me go.
Literally, bro. And some shit like that, you just got to break that shit down, bro. I'd be like, yeah, take all that shit off. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, that's exactly what they did to him. They made him get in the thinking position. If y'all don't know what that is, that's the plank position. You know what I'm saying? You just holding that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Our coach, we got that from our coach because he used to call it the thinking position when we was on JV and stuff like that. And yeah, just make them sit in there, and then they made them take that shit off because it was like, well, like, your mom complaining, but you don't want to get in. Like, what the fuck? Are y'all that talk? Like, what are you saying when you go home? You know?
Well, coach is not putting me in the game. Blah blah blah. I'm sweet, bro. But what?
Yeah. And I was saying all that to say, like, the way that women act is the same way these young guys are acting now, you know what I'm saying? And they swear they hard. They be, oh yeah, I got ops and all this stuff, but you out here crying on the football field because somebody hit you. Or you ain't playing the position you want to play. Like, that shit is so confusing.
It is. It is. But you got to think, it makes you laugh. It makes you laugh. Just like if your woman really coming to you, man, bro. You can't help it. You might not can't help some shit if you laugh, because like, what the word are we really talking about? Like, it's like you really, it's like ignorance is bliss. So if a person really doesn't understand, it's like you can't expect to take them seriously, because you, like we said, you teach people how to treat you. If I know you come to me talking about some shit you don't know nothing about, bro, why am I gonna really entertain this? Like, why are we not finna have this conversation? Because I'm already knowing from a stance of not you better than somebody, but it's a hierarchy. Since I'm higher on the hierarchy, you come to me for some shit, I'm like, it's either gonna be this way or that way. You can get right or you can get left. It's that simple. And that's why I said, bro, especially when you're betting a new person, bro, I feel like you shouldn't try to change the person. The person should be kind of already able to fit in the program. It just may be some minor tweaks. So it's not having to change the person. It's just show them more so the ropes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you get into somebody that wasn't given the proper tools, which, you know what I'm saying, who's to say somebody is, who's to say somebody don't. To me, the things I look at, family structure, I look at history, you know what I'm saying, relationship history, family structure, how she moves, how she carry herself, her social media presence, all these different things, you know what I'm saying. You come up with your own scale based on all those things, or whether like the things you're willing to accept and the things you not, you know what I'm saying, your non-negotiables and shit like that. Or the things that you know what I'm saying, if she's willing to make those adjustments, it's just so hard because a woman will sometimes play that chameleon role and act like she's already made those adjustments when she really hasn't. And, you know, all that stuff shows over time, but you can be in a relationship for 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years, 20 years and still not really know who a person completely is, just because a lot of times women they have that ability. They can act like who you want. You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact, bro. And I was looking at this thing. You can't, when you're really dating a person, you can't put them on the pedestal. Because once you put them on the pedestal, it's more of the idea of the person. It's not the actual person. You're trying to
see them as perfect.
Literally, so every time they step out of that, it's going to be a problem. So every time they show they aren't perfect, it's going to be a big deal. And granted, I was looking at that same thing, like, and I just question myself, like, do I put people on pedestals and stuff like that? I feel like I definitely can, but it always comes back. Like, I always reel that shit in real quick at that. I really did real quick.
Yeah, because you'll look at somebody, your mind wants to think the best. You want to think the best of that person. I say, especially if it's somebody you interested in. That's what separates guys who are able to be like, all right, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I was feeling her, but this ain't the situation for me. And then the guys who will look past the red flags, you know what I'm saying, that's what's really going to separate you. That masculine ability to understand what's really going on in the moment. Like, okay, I thought she was this, but she's showing me this. Am I willing to deal with this? I know it's going to cause some inconveniences. I know it's going to take away from what I got going on. Am I going to deal with it or am I not? But most of the times in those situations, if you ain't 100% all in, then you might as well go ahead and just keep working on yourself until that right person don't.
I'm telling you, bro, because I feel like once that person is on the pedestal, you can't see red flags. They start looking different colors. They start being blue, purple, all that shit. You're not seeing, you might see an orange. Mm-hmm. But then once you really take a step back, you're like, no, that shit is actually red as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. You'll see it, and that's like literally why so many guys, why it's 1% of men that are living the lives that they really want to live, is that that single action of, okay, am I gonna really identify these red flags and make adjustments in my life, whether it's leaving the girl or telling the girl that, because you don't ever want to be in a space where you're trying to give a woman ultimatums and stuff like that. To me, she's gonna, if you tell her like, oh, you gotta change this or I'm gonna leave you, yeah, she gonna act like she changed that, but that's because of you. That's not because she's seeing like, oh, you know, he gave, like, the other way of doing it would be to give her the information that she needs and let her make that decision for herself. because then it's gonna be a more solid decision.
That's a fact, bro. And you bring up a great topic. Men be trying to give women ultimatums, and that's never gonna work, bro. It's never gonna work for the first. She might pretend like, yeah, I made this change, and really she didn't. Or let's say she does make the change and she resents you for it. Bro, it's the same thing. You might as well not have done it.
Yeah, you give her the information. Let her show shit. If she show you change behavior, bet. If she don't, just leave. Don't tell her like, oh, if you don't change this, I'm gonna leave. Know what I'm saying? Cause then the fuck she gonna do it. She gonna make the change. Then she gonna resent you later in life when she feel like, I shouldn't have made that change. But I did all this stuff for you and shit like that. And discount everything you've ever done for her and feel like she's a victim.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a penny fact. That's why I tell you, like, it don't even gotta be that, bro. And that's why I said, this is this is not an open relationship. This is a relationship with a door on it that you can walk out at any point in time. And I feel like more men need to let you know, like, bro, it's not going to be I'm holding you hostage, I'm making you do this, I'm making you do this. I don't want to make you do nothing you do not want to do, baby girl. I promise. So if I tell you, hey, I'm not okay with this, I need you to change this, and you're more so questioning, like, why I need to change this or why? No, it's no why. Either do it or don't do it. It's that simple. It's that simple. But granted, if you don't do it, I'm gone. But it's no hard feelings. It's not like, oh, I'm going to hold this against your head or I'm so mad about this shit. Nah. You made your choice? Cool. And I'm going to make my choice. And that's okay, bro. That is perfectly okay. What's not okay is us pretending like it's not affecting each other. If you know what I mean.
That's what's going to build resentment in a relationship. And that's the last thing you want is two people feeling like the other person is the cause of all their problems. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking accountability, like, no, I chose to accept these things. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, bro. It's just like, and then that person then I feel like that's when you start getting called controlling and feel like people are like bearing down on you or like putting you in a box because this person is literally making you change. If a person really wants to change, bro, they're gonna change. Simple as that.
Simple as motherfucking that, man.
No cap. But that's going to be the end of today's episode, man. Just want to say thank y'all for tuning in and watching to the end. I love y'all, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. If there's anything specific y'all want us to hit on, man, hit us up, DM, Twitter, Instagram. Don't text me. You ain't got my number. If you get my number, then you know some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But I might need you. If you able to just get my number, I might need you. I need a hacker on my team for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you some love. But yeah, man, anything else?
No cap, in the market for a hacker.
Yeah. As always, we love y'all. We out.
Love.